Welcome to and welcome back. It's been a minute. I think it's been a week. But I'm back with a new movie, The Long Walk, directed by Francis Lawrence and starring Cooper Hoffman, David Johnson, Garrett Wang, Tut Nuat, Charlie Plummer. Pretty good cast. Anyways, this movie it's a tough watch straight off the back. I just have to start with that. It was a tough watch, and it really cements my feelings on gun violence. Anytime someone gets shot in this movie, you feel it right here. Pow, just bang, you just feel it immediately. They do not. There's no thrills with this movie. It's sad. Every time someone gets shot, you feel it. You don't like it, and that shot rings. And that's how I can say this movie's really callous. This movie is, and it's quick. We start with Cooper Hoffman. He's kind of our antagonist. Actually, he isn't our antagonist. Protagonist. He is our protagonist. And we see him get dropped off at the meeting point for the long walk, and boom, they start. There's no fat on this movie. This movie gets straight to the point, and I really think I like that. And I think that goes with this swiftness of the movie. Even though it's an hour 48, this long walk feels like 2.5 hours. It does feel long. Like there's, these scenes of just them walking and gaining chemistry with each other, trying to figure each other out, who's gaming, how they're gonna do this walk. But the movie the whole time is it's so focused, and I really enjoyed that. I haven't seen a movie that focused in a while. The setting is them just on a long highway. This movie, and on Letterboxd, I didn't put a heart. I didn't like it, but I do appreciate this movie for what it's doing, especially for the messaging too. Especially in these times where, America, it feels like fascism, and oftentimes we feel that like, if you stop working, stop being a part of this machine that we're all part of in the United States, it's quick how they take you out quickly, and we're all fighting for a chance, not a guarantee, but a chance at this quote unquote American dream, or the $1 billion. Everyone thinks they're gonna be a billionaire or something, but this movie really hits home with that. Cooper Hoffman, he was cool. I never really watched him. I don't think I ever watched any of it. I have to look back at his filmography and see if I've seen anything he's been in. But it was, I would say, all the young men, they really had a good synergy with one another, and they gave you the feeling of, we're all walking, and someone's trying to shoot the shit. Some people are like holding back, and we see every way of how it would end if you were on this long walk. Like, imagine you have to take a dump, and it's like, hey, you can't stop, and bam, you get shot. Or if you fall and you trip. One guy, he got a really bad Charlie at the beginning, and that's the first kill we see. He just, wow, they blew his head off. This movie is very violent, and I'm very proud to say, like, I'm not interested in guns. I never have been, and this movie just proved that, like, a gun is too swift. It's just too quick, how quick it can take someone out, and that's scary. I do not want any part of that. And then the world that is created in the long walk, it feels like now. Even I felt some things to even football. Like, we know the head trauma that it causes, but people are like, hey, this is my way out. This is my way of making money, getting to that American dream. This is my way of doing that, and people will take it. The military, they put you in dangerous situations. People will take that. Recently, I've been in corporate America, and they'll cut you anytime. They will cut you anytime, and that's what it feels like. This movie does not hold back. Now, Mark Hamill, he's funny. He's doing the whole, come on, boys, let me see you do it. Flex your sack. And like he was good. He was really good. But now I have one problem with this movie, and it's a real problem. It's extremely real problem. It's not David Johnson's acting, but his accent work. That was really terrible. I have to say that. I've been a fan of him for a while. He was good in Riot Lane, Industry, even Alien Romulus, but now I'm seeing he can't he can't do that American accent. And he's too British. Like every his mannerisms, his face is like you have a British accent. He couldn't get rid of it. He's not like, you know what, Idris Elba, he hit it from over, but when he was doing it, it sounded believable. It sounded believable. But him, I can never connect with his character because it was a really bad accent. Really bad. There was another English actor. I think that person's name was he was supposed to be some Louisiana tut. His accent was a little better. But David Johnson, man, and that's the thing though, like his character's good, he's playing it right, but when the accent's not there, it's not working. It just was not working. I couldn't even pin down where the region he was from. Like, where is he supposed to be from? What accent is he doing? And at one point he does, oi, oi. I said, oi? What American is saying oi? And then when he was like, you fucking, like he still had the British accent. And at that point I was like, they should have just made him British. Because it was not, he didn't know how to hide it at all. It was pretty bad. And then, yeah, sorry, I just had to go in on that. That was the one glaring issue with this movie. David Johnson's accent. Great actor though. I really do like him as an actor, but he can't do American. It's like in The Roses, Shuti Ngawe, he couldn't do it, man. He couldn't do it either. I think now that's kind of sad, because now I'm just like, yeah, y'all are just Brits. Y'all are just British actors. Yeah, the accent's not good. Not believable. You can see them trying. You can see, and then it's changing in between scenes. Sometimes he sounds this way, other times he sounds another way. I didn't like that. And he was slowly getting into the magical Negro area, because our white character, like about 3 or 4 times, he is ready to quit, ready to give up, and this brother is pulling him along. He's falling asleep. He's helping him. He's our protagonist, Cooper Hoffman. He is saving him. And there's only one time Cooper Hoffman does it for him. And that was also in Alien Romulus, where they kind of have David Johnson in this role of, he basically was a slave, especially as a cyborg. And she's like, he's like a brother. I'm like, no, he's not. He's a robot. Don't do that. Don't do that. It was kind of a slave narrative in there. I didn't like that. And in this, he still was, he was the black friend. And even though he's the one who survived, it's like we weren't following along with his story. It was Cooper Hoffman's movie. This movie's definitely Cooper Hoffman's leading man movie, and David Johnson's the black friend. So Cooper Hoffman doesn't seem racist. You know how they do it. Yeah, but other than that, I'm not even say good movie, but well executed movie. This movie is, I'm gonna keep saying callous. You feel the callousness of this movie. It doesn't pull back. It doesn't pull back at all, and you feel sorry for those boys, and then it makes you think like, damn, we in the long walk. As citizens, we're in the long walk. What is Steve King telling us? And how do we stop it though? How do we make sure everyone's good? Like that should be on everyone's mind. That's why it's like having a community in this world is hard. Because how do we make sure everyone's good? Because we don't make sure everyone's good. It's walk or die. That's literally how this goes. Pull yourself up out of bootstrap is walk or die. Like that's how this goes. And maybe you'll have a chance. Another fun little thing I thought in the movie that was interesting is, everyone volunteers to be. This is not like Hunger Games where, they're picking out and you're forced to go. People are volunteering because the economic situation in the United States is that bad that you're like, yo, I will walk maybe 400 plus miles to get all the money in the world because you just want a chance at that. That's how bad the situation is in our world, in this world that Stephen King wrote. And I thought that was an interesting note. He told them, hey, change, because I think in the book it was 4 miles pace. He said change that to 3. 4 is has to. They were to be done after 100 miles. But Francis Lawrence, this is like, what is with him and young people in these, battle royale situations? Is this how he feels? This is like his 4th movie where he did all the Hunger Games. Now he's doing this movie, and he's coming back for another Hunger Games. So he's really hitting the nail on the head of like, what is capitalism doing to us, and like, are we really just in this like game show or a long walk? The long walk. I don't know, but interesting movie. David Johnson, good actor, bad accent. I gotta ding him on this. I'm gonna be real, y'all. I like him, so don't look at me like, oh, you haven't watched. I watch Industry. I remember when Industry premiered. I was watching during COVID, and I was like, this is an amazing show. Really like the cast. He's really good in that too. But he's playing a British person, so I think we gotta tell him, hey, you can't do the accent. I know he has another movie called Wasteman or something coming out. But yeah, this is an X on his filmography. I didn't like it. But anyways, thanks. I'm glad to be back. The Long Walk. I can't even say it was a fun movie, but it was a hard watch, y'all. Definitely a hard watch. I don't know what's next. Keep following me on TikTok, Instagram. Follow me here on YouTube. This means a lot. Keep subscribing. Keep sharing. Thank you, y'all. And peace out.